The old women of Hemlock Creek whispered that Elara wasn't born but found, nestled inside the hollow of a lightning-struck oak. Swaddled in cobwebs and silence, she stared up at the sky with eyes that shimmered like the forest's own soul. No one could explain her. She simply appeared. That alone would have been eerie. But it was what followed that truly unsettled the town. Wherever Elara walked, flowers bloomed in her footsteps, even in the dead of winter, only to wilt into blackened husks by dusk. Animals froze, turned, and slunk away when she approached. Boisterous birds fell silent. But most disturbing was the singing, a discordant, wordless hum that clawed at your bones and whispered promises of forgotten, terrible things. I was 10 when Elara, who never seemed to age beyond a haunting 7, noticed me. The older boys dared me to retrieve a red kite caught high in the oak's branches. As I climbed, a silence blanketed the forest. No birds, no wind, no sound but my heartbeat. And then I saw her, perched silently on a lower branch. She wasn't looking at the kite, but directly at me. She looked wrong in all the right ways. Hair like ink, a dress the color of faded blood, far too thin for the cold. But it was her eyes, luminous, ancient, cold. They held no trace of childhood, just something, watching. Her lips curved into a slow, deliberate smile. It didn't reach her eyes. "You shouldn't be here," she said, on a dry rustle like dead leaves in the wind. Not a threat, a fact. I froze, clinging to bark. "Just getting my kite," I stammered. Her teeth showed, too sharp, too long. "Kites fly away," she said. "Things get lost in the woods." A gust of wind tore the kite free. It didn't fly. It tumbled deeper into the whispering woods. Elara never looked at it. Her gaze never left me. "You'll go after it, won't you, Thomas?" she murmured. Her voice slid into my ears like a lullaby turned inside out. "It's yours." My name in her mouth felt, tasted. From the forest behind her, the world distorted. And then she began to hum. A vibration thudded in my chest. My teeth ached. It wasn't a tune. It was a summoning. The world twisted. Branches gnarled, shapes danced in shadow. And behind my eyes flickered images of blood, bone, and claw. I screamed inside. I couldn't move. Then I did. I tore myself from the bark, scraped knees and ripped jeans, crashing to the ground and running. I didn't look back, not even when her giggle floated after me, light and full of rot. The older boys were already gone. It didn't stop. Dead animals appeared at our doorstep, birds, squirrels, a cat, all arranged in ritualistic circles. Sometimes at the edge of the yard, Elara stood unmoving, smiling. Flowers died, no matter how my mother tended them. And worse, in mirrors my reflection flickered. Sometimes it was her face staring back with burning eyes. One night I told them everything. My father waved it off. "Bad dreams," he said. But my mother went pale. I saw a fear I'd never known in her eyes. That night I overheard whispers. Old tales, protections, the church. A silver locket, old and tarnished, appeared on my nightstand. "Your grandmother's," my mother said. "Never take it off." It was cold to the touch, but whenever I felt Elara near, it warmed. It pulsed. Faint, but there. The dreams continued, but softer, quieter. For a while, hope dared to exist. The moon hung huge and orange, spilling light like blood. I was reading in bed when I heard it. A soft scratching at the window. I turned. Elara stood outside, eyes glowing, hands pressed to glass. She smiled. And then the humming returned. But this time it was louder. Inside me, beneath my skin, beneath the walls. The locket on my chest turned ice cold and then searing. "Thomas," she hissed. "It's time to come play. The old ones are waiting." The glass began to crack outward, spider webbing under her fingers. Pressure built in my skull. My body moved on its own and toward her. Toward the woods. I ripped the locket from my neck. She grinned. "Good boy." But then, the locket hit the floor and for a second it glowed. A pulse of silver light. Elara screamed, recoiling. The humming shivered. I grabbed a book, the heaviest I had, and hurled it at the window. Glass exploded outward, and she was gone. 1 week later, we left. No one mentioned her, not once, but I knew. Elara was still there. I live far away now. A man, a new life. But sometimes when the wind shifts and the moon is full, I hear it. That same faint, bone-deep hum. The locket lies in a drawer. And I know she's waiting. Because some songs, once heard, echo forever in the deepest, darkest chambers of the soul.